My favorite thing on a soupy track is when you can pull the quad and nail it somewhere. Like if you gotta go 3, 4, or whatever it would be, that's the best feeling for me. Least favorite is a 90-degree corner.
Why is that?
Because most of the time they're one line and there's not any fun.
Okay. I hate dragons backs. They are my least favorite obstacle, and my favorite obstacle is probably whoops.
Favorite obstacle on the Supercross tracks gotta be, for me, I mean, the whoops are always fun because it's something that you can really make up a good time in. And then, contradictingly, the staircase is sometimes a good obstacle, but sometimes one of my least favorites just because they get so hairy in the main event, especially in the Corvette mains. So, otherwise it's pretty basic, same stuff every weekend, but triples are always fun. You can get big air, it's sweet.
Gosh, favorite obstacle? It's all pretty tricky and challenging, but if I had to pick a favorite, I like the triples. The whoops are good too. They're pretty challenging, but they're all different. They come in all different shapes and sizes, so I look forward to that challenge. And least favorite, I'd probably have to say least favorite things would be like if there's like a ski jump and then a big jump and then a ski, if you had to like wheel tap the middle one at a high speeds, that's probably my least favorite. I'll do it, but it's not my favorite.
Well, for me, my most favorite obstacle of the track, obviously, is the biggest one is the start. And for me, being such a great starter my whole career, obviously, I'm going to say that that's my favorite obstacle. But if we're talking about an actual jump on the track, I mean, it's always cool over the triple or the finish line to throw a cool whip for the fans and, get a couple of good pictures or something like that.
And then least favorite?
Least favorite, a lot of people are probably expecting me to say the whoops, but the whoops I've actually gotten much more improved in over the last couple of years. And so that's definitely not one of my as much a weakness as it used to be. I would say for me, the hardest obstacles are the ones where the guys go quad or they do something really big, or like James Stewart will just bust out this big triple quad, and it's like, okay, man, I don't want to do that, and it's like, it's hard to convince myself to do it, but at the end of the day, we're professional riders and we got to man up and do it. So I'd say, anything that has sort of a quad kind of jump in it, but like I said, we just got to man up and do it at the end of the day. So that's probably my favorite and my least favorite.
My favorite obstacle is any flat turn. I don't know why, but I like those. I feel like I'm always good in them. And then my least favorite, I hate to admit it, but it's got to be the whoops. They're gnarly. They mentally, physically, they're tough on you all day long. Whether you're getting through them good or not, they develop edges and holes and everything. And I think any guy out there would be lying if he says he wasn't a little bit scared of them sometimes. But yeah, I need to work on them. They're building them big lately, so I need to work on them. But yeah, my least favorite is the whoops.
Favorite Supercross obstacle is, 3 and out of a turn, a good 3 into a rhythm section. That's one of my favorites. Ones that you see bounce. My least favorite obstacle is a 90-degree turn. They're stupid.
I don't know. I think my favorite obstacle in Supercross is when we go to Detroit and we go in the stands, or like places like Vegas. Something unique like that, and I grew up as a kid watching videos and seeing those guys do that, and it always looked cool. And so I think that's my favorite obstacle in Supercross, is when they put something good like that. My least favorite obstacle in Supercross is the sand sections. I think just because you're blowing through tear-offs, and with the lights, I feel like if you run a lot of tear-offs, it gets a little dodgy. It splits the light,
Favorite part? Probably them big hoops they've been putting in, honestly. And the least favorite part? Getting bad starts, because I love Supercross, there's nothing else.
Favorite obstacle, I would say, would be the whoops. Least favorite obstacle would be the whoops. It just depends, like if you're doing good and you're feeling confident in them, then that's a spot where it's a big difference maker. So if you're feeling good in them and comfortable, then you're pumped on it. And if you're not that comfortable, it's the worst thing ever. So I've done both, so this season too. So yeah, it just depends on the night, I guess.
I would say that my favorite Supercross obstacle would be the straightaway, just because of the raw speed. You get going so fast, and it's cool.
And then least favorite?
My least favorite obstacle in Supercross would be the tough blocks. They can be very, very challenging, very dangerous.
Normally, I don't even know. Maybe like a triple. Triples are fun. I like the start usually. Least favorite are, generally speaking, is walls. I'm not a big fan of walls. Always want to just send them to high five the guys in the rafters, but other than that, yeah, I don't know. Usually I like whoops. I kind of struggled in them a little bit today, but we'll get it figured out. I'm gonna say triples, man. That's the only time you got to have fun anyways.
My favorite obstacle would be whoops. And when I say whoops, old school whoops, not these, 11 and a half, 12 and a half feet apart, steep ones. I want big 14 apart, big old school whoops. Least favorite, the new school of Supercross, basically. Flat turns and wall jumps are my least favorite. And sand in the turns. Can I have 3?
My favorite obstacle on a Supercross track would probably be... He said, no, not the start, but I would say whoop section. Whoop section is probably my favorite part because it kind of separates everyone. Yeah. Least favorite, yeah, probably the starting gate right now at this point. But if you ask me at Monster Cup, I love the starting gate. Hey, this is your interviewing skills.
Probably.
Okay, just say one. Just say one. Just say what? Say an obstacle. That's your favorite.
An obstacle.
Okay. No.
Any obstacle.
Say you like triples.
What do you like?
Triples, for sure.
Say you don't like whoops. Say I don't like whoops.
I'm not gonna say all the stupid stuff you make me feel.
No.
He's trying to be your manager.
I like everything. I don't know, the ruts and stuff. It's pretty tough. So no, I like ruts, but like today's second practice, like the ruts are just destroyed. It's just not even fun anymore.